post-sanctuary church. Strong leadership, showing that you can and will be protected here in Washtenaw County. Thank you, Reverend Dean Ware.
Good afternoon. Thank you for being out here on such a hot day. I want to introduce my son, Josiah David Dean Ware. He's my little freedom fighter, always standing up for what is right. And my Shire husband, Robert Dean Ware, over there, and he can stay on the sidelines. We have been hearing from people in our government the use of the Bible to justify these heinous acts of separating children from their families, from banning people from certain countries and certain faiths from entering into our world. And I don't know about you, if you are people of faith, but I'm getting angry about the Bible being weaponized. The Bible is not a weapon. The Bible is not to be used to harm people, to marginalize people, to make more vulnerable people. It is used to prop people up and to help them reach the pinnacle of their potential. Yeah. So I want to just say, I want to give you some tidbits about what the Bible really says. Can I do that for you, please?
Yeah.
So what does the Bible say about immigration and justice? From Genesis 12:10, when a famine struck, Abraham went down towards Egypt to live as an immigrant, since the famine was so severe in the land. What does the Bible say about immigration and justice? Exodus 22:21. Don't mistreat or oppress an immigrant because you were once immigrants in the land of Egypt. Don't treat any widow or orphan badly. If you do treat them badly and they cry out to me, you can be sure I will hear their cries.
All right.
What does the Bible say about immigration and justice? Leviticus 19:9 and 10. When you harvest your land's produce, you must not harvest all the way to the edge of your field, and don't gather up every remaining bit of your harvest. Let the grapes lay on the ground and leave these items for the poor and the immigrant. I am the Lord your God. What does the Bible say about immigration and justice? Leviticus 19:33 through 34. When immigrants live in your land with you, you must not cheat them. Any immigrant who lives with you must be treated as if they are one of your own citizens. You must love them as yourself, because you were immigrants in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. What does the Bible say about immigration and justice? I commanded your judges in Deuteronomy 1:16. Listen to your fellow tribe members and judge fairly. Do not show favoritism and indecision. Hear both sides, immigrant and tribe member alike. What does the Bible say about immigration and justice? I can keep going, and I'm going to. Deuteronomy 10:17 through 19. Because the Lord your God is the God of all gods and the Lord of all lords, the great and mighty and awesome God who does not play favorites and does not take bribes. He enacts justice for orphans and widows, and he loves immigrants, giving them food and clothing. That means you must also love immigrants because you were immigrants in Egypt. What does the Bible say about immigration and justice? Deuteronomy 27:19. This is a good one. Cursed is anyone who obstructs the legal rights of immigrants, orphans, or widows. All people will say, we agree. What does the Bible say about immigration and justice? Psalm 105:12 through 14. When there were few in number, insignificant just immigrants, wandering from nation to nation, from one kingdom to the next, God didn't let anyone oppress them. God punished kings for their sake. What does the Bible say? Ecclesiastes 4:1, when I observed all the oppressions that take place under the sun, I saw the tears of the oppressed, and they have no one to comfort them. Their oppressors wield power, but they have no one to comfort them. Jeremiah 7:5-7. No, if you truly reform your ways and your action, if you treat each other justly, if you stop taking advantage of the immigrant, orphan, or widow, if you don't shed the blood of the innocent in this place or go after other gods to your own ruin, only then will I dwell with you in this place. I'm going to skip a couple more because I could keep going and going and going. The Bible is clear. Jesus, Mark 10. People were bringing children to Jesus so he would bless them, but the disciples scolded them. When Jesus saw that, he grew angry and said to them, allow the children to come to me. Do not forbid them, because God's kingdom belongs to people like these children. I assure you that whoever doesn't welcome God's kingdom like a child will not enter it. And then he hugged the children and he blessed them. And finally, Matthew 25, and I've seen some signs out here. The judgment of the nations. Now when the human one comes into his majesty and all the angels are with him, he will sit on his majestic throne. All the nations will be gathered in front of him. He will separate from each other, just as a shepherd separates sheep from goats. He will put the sheep on his right side, but the goats he will put on his left. Then Jesus will say to those on his right, come, you who will receive good things from my Father, inherit the kingdom that was prepared for you. I was hungry, and you gave me food to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me a drink. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me. I was naked, and you gave me clothes to wear. I was sick, and you took care of me. I was in prison, and you visited me. Then those who were righteous will reply to him, Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you a drink? When did we see you a stranger and welcome you, or naked and give you clothes to wear? When did we see you sick or in prison and visit you? Then Jesus will reply to them, I assure you that when you have done it for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you have done it for me. This is what the Bible says about immigration and justice. This is not a weapon. This is a tool for love, compassion, hope, and justice. That is the good news of the God that I worship and root my life in. And for that good news, thanks be to God. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Dean Ware. Stage Dr. Rebecca Diamond and Dr. Bernadine Jayasundara.